AITA, if I demand we brush my 10-year-old stepdaughter's messy hair while we're out. I have a 10-year-old stepdaughter who wants long hair, but doesn't brush it while we're out. It's past her waist now. It becomes a tangled mess from her clothes, movement, weather, headphones, etc. She will brush it in the morning at home, but won't do it again later in the day, or allow us to do it. I hope you can believe me that it really looks awful. Like she hasn't brushed it in days. I don't see other kids with long hair look like this. She somehow gets it teased looking, with parts sticking up, half folded over up, divided strands so it looks unwashed, with balls of knots. Keys. If she's at home, in a park, playing with kids physically, or being active, etc., then I don't care. She doesn't go out with her mom much. Her mom is a homebody, doesn't like crowds, events, spending money, etc. So her mom doesn't see or deal with this as much as we do. In contrast, my husband and I are very social, love events, and it's not a hardship to buy tickets outings all the time. 3, I know it's icky to brush hair in a restaurant or near other people. I try to catch her in the bathroom, or when we're not near others I care, because I think it makes her father and I look neglectful. I'm embarrassed. It's not about looks, we're a bit alternative looking, so I 100% wouldn't care if this was about style or expression. I care because she looks dirty, so it's going to reflect badly on us, the parents, that are out with her. My husband just doesn't care. He doesn't care about looks. He's very blind to details such as house cleaning. Literally doesn't notice a dirty floor type of person, plus he says, but she brushes her hair in the morning. So I'm the nagging stepmom solely caring about stepdaughter's hair. If you saw a 10-year-old with rat's nest hair, would you judge the parents? Or figure the kid is just making their own decision and being a stubborn kid? It's also unfortunate because she wants to keep growing it out, so I'm worried it's going to look worse and worse. TTLDR, 10-year-old stepdaughter's hair gets insanely messy while we're on outings, and she refuses to brush it again. I'm embarrassed and worried I look like a neglectful parent. AITA for wanting to make it a rule that we brush it when it looks like she's been through a hurricane later in the day. First comment, did we have the same mother? My mother witnessed me sitting on my hair after she would traumatize me twice a day by yanking a comb through my baby fine hair, which hurt my scalp really badly, and she decided it was too long. I was brought to a very nice hairdresser, who cut my hair into a bowl cut, at my mother's instruction. I cried buckets of tears at the poor woman's salon when I beheld my awful haircut. I was 6 years old. My mother was told never to bring me back there. The hairdresser was under the impression that I wanted my hair cut, not that I was forced to cut it. My mother kept up that awful haircut for 3 years, until one of my aunts took me out to get a haircut anything I wanted. I had the hairdresser cut my hair 1.5 inches long all the way around. It looked truly awful. I was happy. When my mother saw it, she was angry, but I told her, in front of my father, that if she wanted me to keep having an ugly haircut, then I should choose the ugly haircut that I get to have. My father came to talk to me later after he'd had quite the argument with my mother about cutting my hair. He, too, had been told by my mother that I wanted that bowl cut, which my father hated, incidentally about how I could choose my haircuts from now on. Mom had no say anymore. I told him I wanted my long hair back. He said he wished he could give it back to me. He was a nice guy. Second comment, my kids have long hair by choice. People have already mentioned most of the solutions. Make sure she is washing and conditioning her hair well. My kids needed help at age 10. I would check after a shower and send them back pretty often. Make sure you have products that work. Experiment with leave-in conditioner. You're going to have to try a few different products to find what works. I explain how the messy hair makes us look neglectful, and I enforce braids at times. It's okay to say, the tangles aren't good for your hair health and they make us look neglectful. I'm helping you wash your hair and use new products to try to get your hair healthier. I also need you to help me by letting me brush it at least twice today while we are out, or by wearing a braid. It protects your hair and it keeps people from thinking we are neglectful. It's okay to enforce basic neatness. Third comment, I went through a similar phase when I was her age. I didn't realize at the time, but it was the start of my teenage rebellion. I didn't think of it that way. I just didn't feel like brushing my hair. Now, I have curly hair. My hair is next to impossible to brush or comb dry, and doing so, as my straight-haired mother made me, will always result in pain and hair breakage, which makes future brushing worse, creating a viscous cycle. I can only fully brush detangle my hair when it is coated in conditioner. If hers is giving this much trouble, she might need a similar routine. Brush detangle in the shower and a protective style when she's running around. Braids are a great option, but I can understand why she might be opposed to them. Maybe see how she feels about a top bun or using an octopus or claw clip. I have waist-long hair and I keep mine up in a claw clip very frequently. When done right, it both protects my curls and helps my hair from getting super tangled. One other thing I like about it is that I can easily take it down and have my long, loose hair in just a few seconds. Also, the shampoo and conditioner make a huge difference. The brand Shea Moisture has a lot of good options, and I'm sure the hair care subreddit would be happy to answer any questions as well. Maybe you could treat this as a bonding experience? Like, tell her you're interested in improving your own hair care and ask if she'd be interested in figuring out some of it together. Hair care can lead to great bonding moments. Some of my favorite memories are of my granny helping me with my hair. This could be a way you two form lifelong memories and both have beautiful locks. Not saying your hair is bad, to be clear. Edit NTA. She needs to get in the habit of properly caring for her hair right now. It will be so much easier. If she puts it off, I have almost no doubt she'll regret it. Fourth comment, I'm not sure if this is the right way to go about this, but this is what my brother and I did. So my niece is 9 now, but when she was 7-ish, she absolutely hated brushing her hair. And it looked a mess, lol, clumpy and tangled, and it was a real pain for my brother to get the tangles out. I don't think she even wanted it brushed in the mornings at that point. So I am into makeup, hair and skincare and things, and my niece loves me. I went ahead and bought this bright purple Remington Tame, the main electric detangling brush, and when she saw that it was purple, she immediately loved it. I showed her how to use it and showed her kid-friendly videos of some of the professional hairstylists I follow. She wasn't allowed a lot of screen time, especially TikTok and YT, but my brother made an exception, and I thought if she would see how long and healthy her hair could be, if she took good care of it, she might want it brushed. It wasn't about comparing her hair to the women in the videos or even about how her nest of hair looked. It was about the proper ways to wash hair, when to use a comb vs. a brush and kid-friendly products for tangles and how to use them. She was super interested in the learning process of it, and I ended up gifting her the brush, which I bought for her to begin with, and she loved it. It was easy to use, it was her favorite color, and she was all about taking good care of her hair. By her 8th birthday, her hair was thriving. It's now to her waist and looks so good and healthy. Maybe you can approach it this way? Don't make her feel bad for how it looks. Just give her tips or have her watch a couple of videos, and she might be into it. Now my niece wants to cut and color all people's hairs, lol. Sometimes you need to find a product or even a hair influencer, lol, to help.